준영님, 아파트에서 감염자가 빠져나왔습니다.
내보내.
A zombie virus outbreak occurs in a certain country, with the infected bloodthirsty and relentlessly pursuing those uninfected. Without enforced quarantine zones, the entire country would fall within 3 days. The higher-ups questioned Tae-suk about the possibility of developing an effective drug to control the virus. Not wanting to abandon the infected population, Tae-suk deceives the authorities, claiming a cure could be developed within a month. This convinced them to cancel their plan to cut off electricity and water to the quarantine zone. Tae-suk stares blankly at Sae-bom's file, realizing that Sae-bom, who carries antibodies, is key to controlling the virus. Meanwhile, Sae-bom and Lee-hyun are busy sealing off all passages in Building 1. Some neighbors, who have never seen zombies, resist and make noise about wanting to go outside for fresh air. However, when the door is opened, everyone hesitates to step out. At this moment, a pair of eyes outside the door stealthily observes them. To prevent further incidents of leaving the building, Lee-hyun thinks it's necessary to reiterate the dangers outside, but there are always people who want to make things worse. Joo Hyung, who hides money in his fridge and has killed his wife, now tempts others with cash to take the risk and venture outside. Initially, nobody pays much attention, but when Joo Hyun raises the offer to 300,000 Korean won, people start taking the risk for money. As more hands go up in agreement, Lee-hyun and Sae-bom reluctantly join the group for 3 reasons: to protect those venturing outside, to assess the quarantine situation in the neighborhood, and to gather food for future needs. Armed, the group reaches the quarantine boundary of the neighborhood only to encounter a man turned zombie. The man, momentarily regaining his sanity, bluffs with nonsensical talk, unaware that everyone has already seen his zombie transformation. Taking advantage of the moment while the infected man is still rational, the group quickly slips away. Upon reaching the supermarket, they begin frantically gathering supplies. In a corner, Sae-bom and Lee-hyun find Boram, a cashier, shivering in fear.
갑자기 사람들이 쏟아져 들어와서요. 눈을 이상하게 뜬 사람들인데 너무 무서워서 여기 숨어 있었어요.
그 감염자들은요? 밖에 나갔어요?
모르겠어요.
나가자.
Meanwhile, in the supermarket storage area, a horde of zombies is closing in on them. Will they manage to escape safely? They had just picked up some supplies when they were chased by zombies that appeared. Fortunately, Sae-bom and Lee-hyun managed to block the zombies outside. The frightened group rushes back to Building 1 but finds themselves locked out. Yeon-ok refuses to let them in. An hour earlier, she had encountered a man in the basement seeking help. A man who wasn't a resident of Building 1. Yeon-ok almost opened the door for him, deceived by his plea, but then noticed blood on his fingers. The man revealed his true nature under Yeon-ok's probing, startling her. Hence, Yeon-ok blocks the door, refusing their entry. At this moment, Joo Hyung, with a sly smile, plays zombie howls on his phone. The zombies in the neighborhood seem to resonate with the sound, filling the area with a terrifying atmosphere. Faced with the prospect of confronting all the neighborhood zombies, an angry Sae-bom draws a handgun, signaling Yeon-ok to open the door or face a forced entry. Amidst this tense standoff, Young-kook and Seo-yoon arrive. Unlocking the door just in time, a chaotic scuffle ensues until Lee-hyun smashes the phone playing zombie sounds, halting the fight. Joo Hyung attempts to flee but is apprehended by Lee-hyun. Ironically, Joo Hyung, who treated others' lives as a joke, is terrified of being infected. Unable to swallow this insult, Joo Hyung contacts Hae-sun in the building, intending to legally accuse Lee-hyun. Hae-sun never expected to find an unexpected gain within this lockdown neighborhood. They were naive enough to think they'd be out of the neighborhood soon. Meanwhile, SAE Bomb and Lee-hyun continue to check for hidden dangers in Building 1. They confront Sunbeam about the drugs, but he's unusually agitated and clearly hiding something, stubbornly refusing to speak. With no other choice, Lee-hyun locks up Sunbeam. Joo Hyun learns from his conversation with Sang-hee that the drug that turned his wife into a zombie was bought from Sunbeam. Joo Hyun, deep in thought, pressures Sunbeam about the remaining drugs. An enraged Sunbeam mutates and grabs Joo Hyun's leg, but Lee-hyun arrives in time to save him. Ungrateful Joo Hyun slowly reaches for a weapon to attack Lee-hyun, who teaches him a lesson.
이거나 먹어 이 새끼야. 나 드럽게 좋아하는 거야 그게. 사람 있어 이 새끼야.
Joo Hyun's attempt at trickery is met with a beating from SAE Bomb, who arrives shortly after. Yet, Joo Hyun doesn't learn his lesson and sneaks into Sunbeam's car, finding the zombie-transforming drug hidden there. What could Joo Hyun be planning? At this point, it was clear that the other occupants of Building 1 had not realized how dangerous it was outside. The profit-driven Hae-sung, not heeding Lee-hyun's warnings, secretly opens the door to meet a client. Fortunately, Hae-sung's wife actively seeks out SAE Bomb and informs her of Hae-sung's whereabouts. Armed with a stick, SAE Bomb rushes over without a moment's delay. In the nick of time, SAE Bomb arrives and relocks the door. Hae-sung, knocked to the ground, is baffled and unaware that SAE Bomb just saved his life. Annoyed, Hae-sung complains about SAE Bomb's rudeness, but his tune changes when he sees Sunbeam transformed into a zombie. Hae-sung realizes the existence of zombies and urges everyone to vote on whether or not to evict Sunbeam, who is carrying the zombie virus, from Building 1 for his own safety. However, SAE Bomb and Lee-hyun oppose this action. They argue that Sunbeam is still a human and could be saved if a cure is developed. Thanks to Lee-hyun and SAE Bomb's efforts, the vote results in Sunbeam not being expelled from Building 1. A guilt-ridden Sunbeam reveals to Lee-hyun that Se-hoon from Building 15 bought drugs from him. Meanwhile, SAE Bomb is with Se-hoon. Hearing this news, Lee-hyun rushes to Se-hoon's home. Will SAE Bomb face danger? On the other side, Dong-hyun convinces Bo-ram with money to go outside in search of his lost phone. Lured by the money, Bo-ram went out slowly, and when she saw the mobile phone, she thought that she would get the money easily. However, they unwittingly opened Pandora's box. Instantly, Building 1 is filled with the moans of the infected and unceasing screams. Outside, more and more protesters gather, chanting slogans to eradicate the zombies. Under pressure, the government agrees to cut off water, electricity, and food to all sealed-off neighborhoods in 3 days. What fate awaits SAE bomb and the others in the days to come?